Let us pray. Good and gracious God, as we gather today to celebrate the commencement at St. Catherine's School, we are thankful for the history of this place and the people who have come before us, for the students, staff, faculty, the parents, grandparents, and friends who have supported these seniors on their journey to graduation. We are thankful. For the gifts of learning and wisdom, for what we have learned in classrooms and beyond, we are thankful. For each and every person gathered today to celebrate this moment, we are thankful. And finally, for the class of 2023, for who they have been, for who they have become, and for who they will be, we are grateful and thankful. Gracious God, we ask that you be with us this morning. May this be a time of celebration. May we be hopeful and joyful. In your name we pray. Amen.
Please be seated. I am so pleased to be here with you today as we express in song, in heartfelt words and prayer, the joy we share on this beautiful occasion. Legend has it that the longest welcome speech at a commencement ceremony, said to have been given in the early days of Harvard University, lasted 6 hours. The first 3 in Latin, the latter in Greek. I am first and foremost a teacher, and seniors, you know that we teachers like to dole out the knowledge, morning to afternoon, 5 days a week, 36 weeks of the year. We have the stamina to talk throughout the whole day, often repeating the same material to different classes again and again. But don't worry, to steal a quip from a former senator from Maine, my intention this morning is to stop speaking before you stop listening. The moment we celebrate today is referred to as graduation, signaling the completion of an era, and commencement, the beginning of one. It is a ritual of walking through a major threshold, simultaneously leaving one room and entering another. It's a bit like that moment at high tide when the water has risen to its highest point and then rests for a few short moments. Everything is at a peak, and yet everything is about to change. Seniors, you stand on that threshold today. From your vantage point on the portico this morning, you're looking at your natural habitat, as it were, the ground of your St. Catherine's being. The green, which is the heart of our school, Lower School, Washington Hall, Bacote, Ellett, Turner, Mullen, the Kinney Center, and our newly opened Endeavored Hall. The old haunts and new spaces where you took classes, hung out with your friends, competed, performed, smiled, laughed, studied, cried, and excelled. What comes after today is less knowledgeable in both invitation and challenge, the testing ground of your possibilities. You stand today between whatever holds you to your past and whatever might set you free in your future. It's time to take a leap. And you are ready. In fact, you could give a master class on how it feels to stand at the threshold of something new and then step into the unknown. You are the last senior class that will remember what St. Catherine's was like before, during, and after the onset of the pandemic. Every year of your upper school has been different. Your freshman year was rudely interrupted by a March Madness like no other, the complete shutdown of in-person learning, athletics, and live performances. Your uneasy entry back to school involved masks, vaccines, and learning cottages. You've experienced multiple transitions with faculty, staff, coaches, and heads of school. Even the physical campus changed during your time in upper school with the demolition of McVeigh and the birth of Endeavor Hall. I've thought a lot about the challenges you have faced down and also marveled at the silver linings. Your noticeable zest for playing and performing when normal school resumed. Your enjoyment in being a part of a class, part of a team, part of an ensemble. Your consistency and spirit in showing up for events. your commitment to your friends, and your unapologetic focus on valuing yourselves and your mental health. Each of you are exceptionally talented, excelling both in standard academic measures like test scores and in more creative ways in the fine and performing arts, independent research, athletics, and service to others. Most of all, you are known to the student body, faculty, and staff as leaders. Among the many commendable characteristics of your class was your embrace of St. Catherine's Honor Code. You have been extraordinary role models for our whole community. I hope you feel proud of the person you are today. We are all so very proud of you and filled with love and admiration for all that you have accomplished. And we stand with you on this threshold, in this liminal space. Your parents and families who give so much to each of you and have partnered with St. Catherine's in your education. Our wonderful faculty and staff whose dedication and expertise guided and nurtured each of you along your journey. Our board chair, Ann Kinney Urban, class of '83, who with the entire board of governors has provided critical leadership and support. Mr. Henry Broaddus, president of Episcopal Church Schools of the Diocese of Virginia, who gave an absolutely beautiful homily last night at Baccalaureate. Mr. Mason Leckie, head of school, and Kim Hudson, interim head of upper school at St. Christopher's, whose partnership and leadership sustain an outstanding coordinate program. Our past June Queens and scholars, some of whom are with us today and met with you early this morning to have their photograph taken. As the adults in your lives, we expand our capacity to listen and learn from you so that we can recognize differences, honor your uniqueness and growing independence, and live our shared values together. Today, we pause and remind ourselves of all that has been accomplished and acknowledge the excitement of what lies ahead for you talented seniors. We imagine how you will impact your new communities, how your strengths and talents will ripple out into the world. In closing, I thought I might share a nugget of wisdom from Joseph Brodsky, Soviet exile, 1987 winner of the Nobel Prize for Literature, and 1991 United States Poet Laureate. In his collection of essays entitled On Grief and Reason, he included a commencement address that he delivered at Dartmouth College in 1989. As he wraps up his somewhat humorous and sometimes unexpected comments to the graduates, he says the following: "For what lies ahead is a remarkable but wearisome journey. You are boarding today, as it were, a runaway train. No one can tell you what lies ahead, least of all those who remain behind. One thing, however, they can assure you of is that it's not a round trip. Try, therefore, to derive some comfort from the notion that no matter how unpalatable this or that station may turn out to be, the train does not stop there for good. Therefore, you are never stuck, not even when you feel you are. For this place today becomes your past. From now on, it will only be receding for you, for that train is in constant motion. It will be receding for you even when you feel that you are stuck. So take one last look at it while it is still normal size, while it is not yet a photograph. Look at it with all the tenderness you can muster, exact as it were, the full look at the best. Class of 2023, you are students, athletes, artists, performers, mentors, friends, role models, leaders, activists, and activators. You are ready. Take one last look at this place and space before it is a photograph, a post on social media. Look at it with all the tenderness that you can. The rest of your life is waiting. Take the leap, celebrate it, embrace it. Bless you all. At this time, I invite Dr. Pontus Ute, Dean of Faculty, and Francis Doyle to the podium to begin the presentation of faculty awards.
Good morning and welcome. Every day, the St. Catherine's faculty demonstrates the school's core value of pursuing academic excellence. They are scholars who continue their research and study, and they are professional artists who continue to perform and to imagine. They model intellectual curiosity as well as civic engagement, and they cultivate a learning environment that encourages students to grow through research, analytical thinking, and creativity. To honor these teachers and scholars who have dedicated their lives and careers to the education of St. Catherine's students, the first award we present today was begun in 1988. The Alan Wilkins Becker Faculty Award, given anonymously in honor of and appreciation for Dr. Becker's 10 years as headmaster of St. Catherine's. The engraved cup is designated for that upper school faculty member who, in the judgment of students and faculty, has done the most to help students realize their full potential by encouraging each student to develop self-esteem, a positive sense of her uniqueness, and a sensitivity to the needs of others. It is our pleasure to announce that the 2023 award goes with the respect and affection of students and colleagues to Sue Jenkins. We also present the Margie Miller Award. This award is given in recognition of a teacher's effort to inspire students and colleagues to act with integrity and courage, with the qualities of a discerning mind and heart, abundant patience, and the gentle humor which characterize Mrs. Miller. This award is given in gratitude for Mrs. Miller's joyful witness to what is good and holy in each person. We are pleased to announce this year's Margie Miller Award winner is Taryn Cheshire. The Hamilton Family Awards recognize a member of the faculty and a member of the coaching staff who have been at St. Catherine's for at least 5 years and who personify the school motto. The recipients have shown themselves as exceptional role models and have positively influenced many students by giving of themselves far beyond the classroom or the playing field. They may be from lower, middle, or upper school. A financial stipend is given to each recipient. The 2023 Hamilton Family Coaching Award goes to Laura Albertson Horn, class of 1995. The 2023 recipient of the Hamilton Family Teaching Award is Caroline Schultz. The Carol Weinstein Award for Distinguished Teaching was established in 2005 to honor Howard L. Pugh, a gifted teacher and esteemed librarian. It is given every 2 years to a distinguished teacher in any division who pursues experiences and education that foster tolerance of all faiths and who promotes the value of diversity in all forms. This year's recipient is Jennifer Nystrom.
Seniors, I speak for the upper school faculty, staff, and administration when I tell you how proud we are of your many accomplishments and how special you are to us. The faculty, your parents, relatives, and friends in attendance today have faith in the future because you will be the architects of a better tomorrow. I know you will continue to use your gifts to do good work in the world. It is at this time in the ceremony that we recognize those students who have been named recipients of special awards and who have distinguished themselves in the academic disciplines. We begin with the members of the Cum Laude Society. I will call the names of the members of the class of 2023 who have been elected to cum laude either as juniors or seniors and ask them to remain standing until all names are called. Grace Virginia Blake. Grace Middleton Brokenbrough. Jane Tennant Brokenbrough. Chelsea Nicole Brown. Caton Elizabeth Buerlin. Lillian Cecilia Caldwell. Catherine Mayling Dixon. Eva Montague Green. Claire Marie Kehoe. Caroline Gregory Matthews. Catherine Eleanor Merko. Sarah Byrne Nelson. Charlotte Elizabeth Racine. Pender Grace Raymond. Emma Caroline Stevens. Helen Catherine Wallace. Adeline Ledoux Wisnand. We would also like to celebrate students being recognized as intensive study scholars. Each of these students participated in rigorous coursework, performed community service, and designed her own capstone project to complete the program. Please remain standing until all names are called. In the arts, Georgiana Hazel Ascoli, Grace Virginia Blake, Alder Elizabeth Dickey, Hallie Grace Friend, Callie Aubrey Holdaway, Ella Mersman Maines. In global engagement, Susanna Elizabeth Anderson, Erin Rihanna Degnan, Emily Alexa Genius, Eva Montague Green, Eleanor Zhang Liu, Charlotte Elizabeth Racine, Rita Grace Srinivasan, Amelia Margaret Wanick, Adeline Ledoux Wisnand, Sarah in STEM, Sarah Armstrong Ewing, Rebecca K. Galbraith, William Alexander Higgins, Sophia Elizabeth Ianchalev, Krishna Rajesh Lakhani.
We are pleased to now distribute the following departmental and senior awards. The Bishop Brown Ellett Award is presented by the English Department to a senior for excellence in writing. This year's recipient is Catherine Eleanor Merko. Beyond analysis and academic research, the St. Catherine's Creative Writing Award celebrates that student who shows passion for the written word. This includes possessing a unique original voice and a determined spirit toward revision. This year's recipients are Alder Elizabeth Dickey and Hattie Lee Hunter. The American History Award, in honor of Mary Denmead Ruffin, is awarded for genuine interest in and love of the subject and for excellence in scholarship. This year's recipient is Pender Grace Raymond. The Economics Award goes to a student with a strong interest and ability in the subject. This year's recipient is Catherine Maylene Dixon. The Senior Mathematics Award is presented to a student who has demonstrated passion and excellence in the field of mathematics. With admiration and respect, the Mathematics Department recognizes Jane Tennant Brokenborough. The Harwood Memorial Scholarship in Science is given in celebration of the opportunities now available to young women in the field of science to a senior who has done outstanding work. This year's recipient is Sarah Byrne Nelson. The Paige Carey French Award is presented to a senior who is an accomplished linguist and whose work displays enthusiasm for and commitment to French. This year's recipient is Elena Teresa Mazurik. The Spanish Award is presented to a senior for outstanding achievement in the study of Spanish. This year's recipient is Chelsea Nicole Brown. The Marion West Stocker Latin Award is awarded for a scholastic achievement in and contribution to the vitality of classical studies at St. Catherine's. This year's recipient is Amelie Kristen Bice. The Chinese Award is presented to a senior for outstanding achievement in the study of Chinese language. This year's recipient is Madeline Olivia Dierador. The Religion Award is given to the student who has demonstrated exceptional interest in nurturing the spiritual life of the school and upholding the values of the Episcopal tradition. This year's recipient is Erin Rihanna Degnan. The Computer Science Award is presented to a senior who demonstrates curiosity and passion for the study of computing. The recipient supports and encourages others in their pursuit of computer science. This student is persistent when faced with a challenge and imaginative in their ability to develop and refine computing solutions. This year's recipient is William Alexander Higgins. The AEJ Community Service Award is given to a junior or senior who has been giving of her time and self. The winners of this year's award are Sophia Elizabeth Ian Chulev and Elena Teresa Mazurik. The Eleanor Burris Art Award is presented to a senior demonstrating exceptional creativity in and commitment to the visual arts. This year's recipients are Callie Aubrey Holdaway and Virginia Isabel Sinclair Johnson. The Joan Stewart Rodman Class of '73 Memorial Dance Award is awarded to a senior who demonstrates creativity, a constant devotion to the art of dance and choreography, and the power to inspire. This year's recipient is Ella Mersman Maines. The Alma Sally Theater Award is presented to a senior who has made outstanding contributions to the theater. This year's recipient is Eleanor Zhang Liu. The Music Award is presented to a senior for excellence as a solo performer or who has made outstanding contributions to the overall music life of the school. This year's recipients are Georgiana Hazel Ascoli and Grace Virginia Blake. The Athletic Award is presented to a senior who has demonstrated dedication to the success of the team, leadership ability, sportsmanship, and athletic ability. This year's recipient is Hampton Elizabeth Turton. The Judith Gregory Smith Award is given in loving memory of Greggy Smith by friends and members of her family. Greggy was a member of the class of 1986. This award honors that senior who, in the estimation of her classmates, has done the most to unify her class through her efforts and through her personal example of the qualities of friendship, kindness, and loyalty. From the class of 2023, this award is presented with gratitude and affection to Hallie Grace Friend.
Each year, a corps of parents lead the senior parent and grandparent gift. We are especially grateful for the leadership of this committee who have worked hard for their daughters and for the school. The funds from this gift will go toward the annual giving and developing the southern third of our campus. Thank you to the entire 2023 Parent Committee. I'm delighted this morning to introduce to the podium on behalf of the senior parents and grandparents, Charlie Dirador.
Good morning. I'm Charlie Dirador, otherwise known as Madeline's father. On behalf of my wife, Ann, and the other members of the 2023 Senior Parent-Grandparent Gift Committee, I'm here to announce the results of our efforts in honor of this great class of 2023. As loving parents and grandparents, we have watched these seniors grow from those shy kindergartners we dropped off on their first day of school to the accomplished and talented students they are today. The class of 2023 is full of scholars and athletes, artists, and indeed all of them in their own right, leaders. You have accomplished much during your time at St. Catherine's, and we are all so proud of you. You have reached a milestone in your lives, and now it's time to move on to your next experience. The Senior Parent-Grandparent Gift Committee has worked this year to honor the seniors' achievements with a gift to the school. We are thrilled with the responses to both annual giving and the 2023 Senior Parent-Grandparent effort, and have chosen to name the concession area in the lower lobby of Endeavor Hall for the class of 2023. A plaque with each senior's name will be displayed in the new facility. Ann and I would like to recognize the parent committee who have worked with us to raise these funds. Would you please stand as I call your names? Kirsten and Mason Baylor, Ann and Rob Brumley, Sarah and Gary Collins, Sharon and Matt Kirstner, Roberta and Matt Matthews, Heather and Scott Miller, Elizabeth and Andy Pitzer, Britt and Maxwell Wallace. If you'd still stay standing, we'd appreciate it. I would also like to recognize and thank Judy Brown, if she would stand. Caroline Matthews' grandmother, and Mary and Kenlaw Nelson, Sarah Nelson's grandparents, who led the grandparent effort, which is included in the total gift announced today. Thank you to all our senior families for what you have done throughout the years for these wonderful young people and for this school that we all hold so dear. On their behalf, I am honored to present to Cindy Trask, head of school, and Ann Kinney Urban, chairwoman of the Board of Governors, a gift in the amount of $330,000. Thank you all very much.
We are so incredibly grateful for the leadership support and generosity of our parents and grandparents. It is a tradition at St. Catherine's to bestow the title of June Scholar upon the senior who has achieved excellence in scholarship and whose scholastic record is judged to be the most outstanding among her classmates. Curious, focused, motivated, insightful, eager, assertive, and collaborative are just a few of the adjectives faculty have used to describe this year's June Scholar. From her early years in lower school, she was known for her purposeful and independent approach to learning and to be one of those students who innately set high standards for themselves, and yet she still manages to have fun along the way. Her tenacity and inquisitiveness continued to grow through middle school, and she was identified as a leader in the class whose work ethic and love of learning dovetailed to produce impressive academic results. As an upper schooler, our June Scholar's record of academic achievement continued both inside and outside of St. Catherine's and the school year. She has taken courses at the highest levels in all subject areas. Even more impressive, after taking a year off from her second language in order to do advanced work in science, she independently emailed the instructor to request summer work. She also attended the governor's summer program in the humanities and executed an intensive studies program on Jewish clothing and identity. Extolling her intellectual prowess, one teacher wrote, "She expressed her own ideas in writing with such rich detail and stylistic elegance that I frequently used her sample as the model for other students to emulate." And another, her motivation to push the boundaries of the curriculum ensures that she will always make the most out of every learning opportunity. At the same time, she finds joy in working with others and revels in the full St. Catherine's experience and that of the wider community. An avid participant in Model United Nations, darkroom photography, and peer advisors, she is also an outdoor enthusiast who is a member of the mountain biking team and served as a counselor for Passages. In addition, she earned 7 varsity letters as a member of the indoor and outdoor track and field teams and plays cello outside of school. Described by her college counselor as calm, cool, and collected, she embraces every challenge and remains determined, establishing attainable goals that keep her moving forward with grit and confidence. A true treasure. We are so proud to count her as one of our own. This year's June Scholar is Eva Montague Green.
Jesus. Okay, hopefully that's short enough. Okay. Hello and welcome, everyone. I would like to thank each of you, whether you are a family member, faculty or staff member, or a special guest, for joining us today to celebrate this momentous occasion with St. Catherine's class of 2023. For those of you lucky enough to have taken AP Psychology with one of our amazing faculty members, at some point you learned that the human hippocampus, the memory center of the brain, isn't fully developed until around age 7. For me, this means that my childhood memories sort of blur into a watercolor of bright hues, children running around and playing on grassy fields. But within this mixture of jumbled up memories, I still hold on to one in particular. Memory of me at 6 or 7 years old, sitting in Chamberlain Hall at St. Christopher's, eating a packet of crackers. On this unremarkable day, I had not gone to school feeling unwell, and my dad, in an attempt to balance parenting and teaching, had sat me in his classroom at his desk with a snack to keep me entertained. Perhaps you're wondering why this even matters, and you might be sitting in your seat questioning why I've decided to bring up this moment about a child and a packet of crackers on one of the most important days of my high school career. While that day now seems quite unspectacular, I can still recall the excitement and wonder I felt sitting in my dad's teacher chair. As I sat in the seat and watched all the older kids go by, I stared in awe, imagining the impossible day when I, too, as a giant high schooler, would roam the halls, ruling the school and going to incredibly difficult classes. 1,000 ideas of what my life might be like swirled around in my head. Standing up here now, I can't lie to my younger self and tell her that she accomplished all the things she wanted to. I'm sure she would be surprised and maybe confused to see where I am and who I am today. She couldn't have expected that I would no longer be competing before a panel of judges at robotics championships. However, she also probably wouldn't have anticipated litigating in front of Supreme Court justices. And surely she would also be surprised to see that I quit playing piano, but she never could have imagined organizing her own senior cello recital. So while yes, I have roamed the halls of these buildings and attended complex and challenging classes, I can say with certainty that I never came to rule the school with great authority, nor grew to be much taller than 5 feet. Still waiting to hit 5'3" any day now. And nor did I attain some of the academic and collegiate goals that I had in lower school. Sorry about UVA, Mom. What I can tell my little self, however, is how much I have changed and grown during my time at this school. I have learned to push myself and to take on challenges with less fear of failure and embarrassment. I have stepped out of my shell and discovered passions for activities I never knew existed, while also recognizing that I don't have to like or be good at everything. Sorry to every single woman in STEM here who's watched me. I've made many friends who have been there to cheer me on and congratulate me when I succeed, and to sit with me and cry over cups of ice cream as we recount our painful failures and moments of struggle. So today, class of 2023, as we ready ourselves to set off towards new places where new adventures and challenges await, I want to remind us of one thing. Life is full of the unexpected. While we can plan ahead and daydream about big, exciting things to come, it's impossible to anticipate every twist and turn, every little thing that life will throw at us. It's easy to get bogged down by a badly assembled project, subpar athletic performance, maybe even a poorly written speech, to become disillusioned when things don't turn out to plan and when you can't control every minute detail of your life. Instead, I urge us to make peace with the unknown, plan as much as we want, but be open and willing to face the odd turns of life that might alter our preconceived ideas and bring about something better than we could have ever expected. Think back to moments like our New York trip in the 6th grade. No one could have anticipated or planned in advance for the car crash that altered our travel itinerary. Shout out survivors of Bus 2. Potentially, you might remember sitting in front of a McDonald's in Chinatown, watching The Princess Bride, until people found it to be a bit too graphic, listening to someone shout about how a giant carnivorous rat just wanted a piece of lasagna. Yes, while I know we probably weren't having the time of our lives, I'm sure many of you can look back on that moment and laugh. It was a twist in our plans, something that we didn't see coming, but that moment ended up being an event that brought us together as a grade, joined by the mutual discomfort of the bus's tight quarters and our soaking wet clothes. Even if you weren't there in 6th grade to experience that mini disaster, whether you've been at St. Catherine's for 2 years or are 14-year senior, surely you've dealt with other surprises and have had to reevaluate your mindset. Take the 11th grade history paper, for example. We can all remember the dramatic topic changes we had to make, the late nights spent rewriting large portions of our papers, which eventually, and thankfully, led to the production of impressive-sounding research essays. I ask you now, in this moment of great change, to accept the unknown and celebrate it, rather than regard it with fear, recognizing that just like with our papers, these unanticipated but necessary challenges and changes will make us stronger. But this advice shouldn't just pertain to my classmates. Parents, teachers, friends, I urge you all to embrace it too. Parents, I know that it is quite frightening to let go of your children at this moment, to let them go off to a new school with new people where you aren't there to shield them from pain and setbacks. Instead of worrying, I ask that you step back now and watch us, the seeds you have sowed, blossom and thrive as we enter into our college lives. To all current St. Catherine students, especially juniors, who we will soon pass the daisy chain to, learn to have fun and embrace every moment. Life will inevitably have its thorns, but accompanying these prickly moments, there's also great beauty to be found. The unpredictability of life makes it enjoyable, something to look forward to every day. So, to all of the teachers who have guided us through unpredictable times, thank you. Thank you for not only preparing us for all of the challenges we anticipated, but also for strengthening us and building within us resilience for when the unexpected occurred. With your guidance and support, we have accomplished so much. Consider just these few points of data. The members of the class of 2023, who sit behind me, have been accepted into 138 colleges. 13 of them will go on to compete in collegiate athletics, and 10 will go on to study the arts. And that's just within this school year. My amazing class has, over our high school careers, earned countless awards recognizing our academic, athletic, artistic, and social achievements. Parents, thank you too for your unending support as we have faced new and increasingly complex problems during our academic and athletic careers at St. Catherine's. With your help, we have grown into the people we are today, ready to thrive in the face of new challenges. To the grades below us, especially class of 2024, learn to be adaptable. You can't possibly anticipate what's to come in the next few years, but with flexibility and a strong support system, you too will find great joy and success in the unexpected. Finally, to the class of 2023, my seniors, as we embark upon our journey into college, let us remember to appreciate the surprising nature of life. As we find ourselves sitting in these chairs up on a stage, dreaming of what our lives might become, like I did as a lower schooler, eating crackers and sitting at my dad's desk in Chamberlain Hall, let us make sure we don't set our sights on one particular path. Otherwise, we will fail to appreciate the undiscovered things that await us. Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. That was beautiful and inspiring, and I still have your gift here at the front, so don't leave today without it. The title of June Queen is bestowed upon a senior who, by the vote of the upper school faculty and her classmates, best represents her class in attainment, honor, and influence, and exemplifies the meaning of the school motto. The recipient receives a gift presented in memory of Ella Prince Trimmer Knox, class of 1952. Additionally, she receives a stipend for her college expenses through the generosity of the Davenport family in honor of Jean Hill Davenport, class of 1958. This year's June Queen began her time at St. Catherine's in kindergarten as an enthusiastic and engaged member of the class who was immediately noted for her leadership skills and as someone her classmates looked to for guidance. By fourth grade, her hard work, active participation in discussions, and curiosity were well known, along with her affection for her classmates and authentic concern for others. Her fourth grade teacher noted that her future is unlimited at St. Catherine's because she possesses every quality necessary for a very fine experience. And her middle school teachers praised her positive attitude and desire to learn. In upper school, her intellectual curiosity, work ethic, and consistency continued, and she was routinely noted for always striving to do her best. A scholar who excelled in every subject at the highest levels offered by our school, one of her history teachers wrote that not only is she a very strong analytical writer and self-motivated, but she does not shy away from difficult topics and fosters a collaborative classroom environment. Beyond the classroom, our June Queen's contributions are extensive and exemplary. Service League, student ambassadors, peer advisor, and Saints Good News are just a few examples of her contributions to the larger community. Even more significant is her leadership. A 4-year varsity lacrosse player and a 2-year squash player, she is a captain of both teams. She is also the school's white team captain, championing friendly competition and positive role modeling for the whole school, both in its daily interactions and most notably during the gold-white cheer rally. Despite all of these achievements and accolades, she remains genuine, self-aware, and leads with kindness. For these reasons and many more, we are proud to announce that this year's June Queen is Sarah Byrne Nelson.
As is the tradition, I'm honored to read the poem written by Betsy Dale Gale, class of 1949. I am a part of all that I have met, the poet says. So are we all who go, a part of all we leave behind. The gentle bondage of St. Catherine's halls will hold us ever, a dwelling place wherein we walk, still young and gay, but always growing in wisdom and in truth. The trees in spring will know us and drop their radiant leaves upon us. At fall's quiet settling, winter's chill will touch us, and we shall be a soundless echo of voices that come after. We leave, but with us goes the beauty of St. Catherine's, the love of friend for friend, the chapel's deep-felt hours, the lessons learned of gracious and unselfish living, of loyalty and duty to one's best, of storied history and poet's lore, the thousand wonders of the scientists. All these are ours to take and make, part of us forever. Betsy Dale Gale, class of 1949.
Thank you, Sarah. That was beautiful. At this time, I invite all of you to rise and join us in the singing of Jerusalem.
You may be seated. At this time, the diplomas will be presented by Ann Kenny Urban, class of 1983, and Chair of the Board of Governors. Special presentations are made by board members, faculty, and staff whose daughters are graduating. Please hold your applause until all the diplomas have been distributed. Mrs. Trask, Mrs. Kenny Urban, on behalf of the faculty, I present with great pride and admiration the class of 2023. Harper Grace Alberg. Susanna Elizabeth Anderson. Abigail Grace Armstrong, given by her mother, a member of the faculty. Georgiana Hazel Ascoli. Casey Connor Baltimore. Elizabeth Claire Baylor. Sydney Elizabeth Begley. Amelie Kristen Bice. Grace Virginia Blake, given by her mother, a member of the faculty. Grace Middleton Brokenbrough, given by her mother, a member of the staff. Jane Tennant Brokenbrough, given by her mother, a member of the staff. Chelsea Nicole Brown. Campbell Grayson Brumley, given by her mother, a member of the staff. Caton Elizabeth Bierlin. Caroline Hamilton Burke. Lillian Cecilia Caldwell. Madeline Astor Carithers. Eleanor Garin Cart. Nyla Rochelle Coles. Lily Alexandra Collins. Grace Audrey Connell. Erin Rihanna Degnan, given by her mother, a member of the faculty. Olivia Scott DeRozier, given by her mother, a member of the Board of Governors. Alder Elizabeth Dickey. Madeline Olivia Dirador. Catherine Mei-Ling Dixon. Sarah Armstrong Ewing. Taylor My Angel Benner. Ariana Jamie Floda. Tori Paige Flynn. Hallie Grace Friend, given by her mother, a member of the staff. Rebecca K. Galbraith. Emily Alexa Genius. Grace Francesca Glarum. Eva Montague Green. Kristen Sawyers Green. Molly Elizabeth Hatfield, given by her mother, a member of the staff. Laurel Tripp Hawkins, given by her mother, a member of the Board of Governors. William Alexander Higgins. Callie Aubrey Holdaway. Chloe Emma Holloway. Eliza Grace Hopkins. Hattie Lee Hunter. Sophia Elizabeth Yanchulev. Virginia Isabel Sinclair Johnson. Claire Marie Kehoe. Catherine Irby Cately. Sophia Kaylee Kersner. Sonia Shaw Krishna. Krishna Rajesh Lakhani. Paige Bayless Lowry. Eleanor Zhang Liu. Isabella Victoria Lupica. McKay Sue Magnus. Ella Mersman Maines. Sydney Catherine Mason. Caroline Gregory Matthews, given by her grandmother, a former member of the Board of Governors. Elena Teresa Mazurek. Holland Elizabeth Miller. Catherine Eleanor Merko. Sarah Byrne Nelson. Margaret Angela Perino. Darcy Grace Pocklington. Willa Jane Pocklington. Charlotte Elizabeth Racine. Pender Grace Raymond. Morgan Marie Rogers. Ella Marie Heather Schmidt. Rita Grace Srinivasan. Emma Caroline Stevens. Jasmine Karin Tillery. Ellie Greer Torrance. Hampton Elizabeth Turton. Samantha Hope Irvine. Alexandra Josephine Walker. Helen Catherine Wallace. Margaret Ann Cockrell Wallace. Adeline Semmer Wanick. Amelia Margaret Wanick. Adeline Ledoux Wisnand, given by her father, a former member of the Foundation Board of Directors. Madeline Mahler Williams. Jayla Naila Wilson. Susanna Catherine Wood. Catherine Archer Holden Woodward. Let's all clap for the class of 2023. Please remain standing to sing the alma mater and for the closing prayer by Senior Class President Emma Caroline Stevens.
Help us, O God, to remember through the example of Jesus Christ that what we keep we lose, only what we give remains our own. May our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit, be near us to defend us, within us to possess us, around us to preserve us, before us to guide us, behind us to justify us, and above us to bless us. Amen.
Please be seated. The 2023 commencement exercise concludes with the time-honored daisy chain ceremony. Please remain quietly in your seats as the girls take their places and through the traditional singing of the circle game. Following the passing of the chain, the seniors, juniors, and faculty will recess. We ask you to remain in place until the recession has ended. As a final note, today's Student Awards and Special Recognition program will be available following the recessional. Thank you.
day a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons, they go round and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then my child who 10 times round the seasons skated over 10 clear rosy streams. Words like, when you're older, must not be hard, and promises of someday make their dreams. And the seasons, they go round and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. They tell her, take your time, it won't be long now. Till you drag your feet too slow, the circle's down. And the seasons, they go round and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round in the circle game. So the years spin by and now the girl is 20. Though her dreams have lost some grandeur coming true. There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, and